Yeah, right. We're going for round 2. How are we sounding now?
You sound fine. Still a little buggy on my end. Now it says I'm co-host. Okay, I'm good.
Yep. No, good. Okay. Well, I've got thumbs ups coming through. All right. I think the crowd is happy. The audience, the audience is entertained. Excellent. I love it. All right. On that note, sorry for the false start there, guys. Sometimes that happens. Elon trying to rug me again, but let's get into it then, shall we? I think it's the right one. There we go. All right. Yeah, everybody. Osman Collect63 here, and we're back again with another episode of VeVe Weekends. And I am joined by my fellow co-host, my fellow friend in the space here, the one, the only Josh from Collectors Gone Digital.
What's going on?
How are we, mate?
Just chilling. Gaming for the past few hours over on the stream, but nothing too special.
I did notice, you gave me there with Sven, so tearing it up on Fortnite.
Yes, I was with Sven. I was with Metarod Crypto, and then I was also with Super Rush. So it was nice.
Fun.
One of the best games.
At all the fun people. Now, let me just obviously my sound effects are a little out of order, but I just want to that's the one I'm looking for. Now, I think this is quite fitting. We've got some breaking news. So let me get my little sound effect here going. Like I said, it's still in the works. Oh, there we go. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It has recently come to my attention that VeVe has got themselves a new community manager.
Ooh.
I'm guessing you haven't heard about this because you've been off gallivanting in Fortnite. VeVe has picked themselves a new community manager in the form of My Collectables.
Ooh, very appropriate.
Hell yeah. So congratulations to you, sir. Which nope, wrong one. No, that's Boo. So I'm still working out my soundboard. Like I said, I've got a brand new tablet, and it's still a little bit that one. Gasp! Shock! I think that still needs work. Let's go to the other one. So yeah, apparently, breaking news, guys. Apparently, My Collectables is going to be VeVe's new community manager. So that's amazing news, and I can't be happier for him. So massive congratulations to you, sir. Here we go. We've got Sven coming up to the stage as well. Sven, how are you, mate? Oh, you there, Sven?
Yeah, I'm here. I was discussing My Collectables recently with Digital, and I was telling him I was wondering why he didn't rent anymore. But now I know.
Yeah, well, that's it. He's been keeping a big secret.
Yeah, he went a bit low profile recently. He was a little bit less skeptical than before. I noticed.
Yeah, so here we go. This is the one I was trying to find.
What?
That one. That's the sound I was trying to find. So that's for the big news from My Collectible. Big congratulations to him. But
yeah, great.
But unfortunately, I do have to ask the question. So now that My Collectables is getting involved with VeVe and becoming the new community manager, what's going to become of his channel and his Dropheads Dropheads NFTs?
Well, I would hope that VeVe would help him with his NFTs. If he's getting more involved with the community, and we've already got a drop like Brock, I would hope that they help him with that stuff and not just try and stomp on it, you know?
Exactly.
But with the channel, that's the channel's a whole other thing though. But
yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that VeVe might give him a little bit of wiggle room to continue his channel, continue his Dropheads, and like you said, help him out with that because I mean, I'm just thinking what the same sort of story of when they employed Corey, what happened to VeVe in 3. So I'm hoping that that won't be the same story. But we have D have the stage. D, how are you?
Hello, fellas. What's up, Alex, Josh, Sven, Dab, Dab, Dab. Good
What's up,
morning.
guys?
Oh yeah, he
Going
knows.
on?
Oh, Hina's lurking in the background.
Going on?
There we go.
He is really. Yeah, I wanted to come up and congratulate MC. We were on his live stream, and he did say that yeah, changes are coming, but his channel is not gonna go away. Obviously,
And the drop is not going away.
yeah, and his drop his project is not going away. Obviously, other VeVe related stuff may be different, and
Yep.
I'm sure he'll update us when it gets officially announced. But yeah, congrats to him, MC. If you listen later on, congratulations, man.
Congratulations, MC. We got a man on the streets.
Yes, iPad man.
That's it. Yeah. Here we go. No, that's awesome. Yeah, so very cool. So yeah, that's a very reassuring to hear that his channel is not going anywhere. His drop heads aren't going anywhere because yeah, I mean like MC is like probably one of the definitely like the upper echelons of the voices of the VeVe community. So no, awesome. That's great to hear. But so yeah, that was my little bit of excitement and breaking news for the for the episode. But what's been happening, Josh? How have you been? How's your weekend going?
To be honest, man, can't say there's anything too special on my end. Like I said, I think it was like last week I took on more work myself, so just been working, and then trying to do the streams when I can. But let's talk about you, man, because this whole NFT thing with the 1 year WebV anniversary, those
Yeah.
NFTs. I as I speak, I'm actually looking at it on my computer because I still have it open and it's
Oh,
playing
right.
the animation.
It's
It
good,
looks
isn't
awesome,
it?
man.
It is good. It is
Yeah,
really good.
It's
I'm
fantastic.
I'm just the guy handing them out. I can't take any of the credit. The NFTs themselves, I'm sure everyone's seen them popping up all over the X space. Is actually designed by Davo, which is his handle he goes by on X. But yeah, I mean he basically did that just out of the kind of his kindness of his heart, really. He really enjoys what we do, enjoys the spaces, enjoys listening in, and he wanted to give back. So he designed those NFTs to celebrate WebV's 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, they're amazing. And I did send him a message just to thank him for the art and everything. But I gotta ask this. I don't know if you can spill the beans here, but
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm looking at the collectible. I see rarity of legendary, and I see at the bottom here 60%. So are there other rarities coming?
Ooh, hang on,
Dun,
hang
dun,
on.
dun.
Wait. Are there other rarities? I can neither confirm nor deny that. Wait, let me get me on the let me get on the phone to my lawyer. No,
Okay.
no. There are other rarities. There is which one was that? That was the legendary. So there is also Grail. There are also the Grails, which there are 30 of them. And what they will be used for is they'll be used for giveaways, promotional purposes, and all sorts of other fun stuff coming down the pipeline. But he did also mint 10 gold variants, like gold foil variants, and those 10 have actually gone to the founders of WebV. They're actually the people who have been there since the very beginning and really were involved at the very start, the conception of WebV, and getting involved, like first doing the live streams that we did on YouTube, and which eventually led to doing these X spaces.
Amazing. Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, were they already minted or are there more coming? So
No, they're all there, but I will be using them to I will be giving back to the community because of all the support that we've gotten from everybody. I mean, like never in my wildest dreams did I think that WebV would get as big as it has, and that's all thanks to everybody who keeps coming back and listening to these spaces, showing you the love and support for VeVe, for the WebV collective, and just spreading that positivity and encouragement to have us all grow in the space and enjoy collecting and just just creating a space where we can all come together and just collect and connect and meet all these amazing people from all around the world and just sharing the one love, which is basically just fandom, whether that be Marvel, DC, Star Wars, all that fun stuff. So that's a big thank you from myself and to everyone out there. It's you guys that make these spaces what they are. And just I want to say big shout out to everybody who's listening in out there. I see a lot of returning faces. I see the likes of Tails in the background there, Hinano, VeVe, NFT Comics, Omar, Exhibitions back, Angel, J East, Casual, Shadow, Nino Blue, Notorious Buster. I love that name. It's so cool. Doobs, El Batman Mike. Oh, you change your name. You're in disguise. You just go by the Batman who laughs. I also see Viva La Vivi. So thanks for dropping in, mate. So it was great chatting with you last time. Slider, Double Quill. Oh, Double Quill. If you have not seen Double Quill's latest blog, which is Adventures in VeVe number 49, which is trading up. Very, very entertaining read. It's more or less trying to let go of your new toys and but I do like your strategy, which you kind of explained in one of your previous blogs about listing things on the market that you intend to sell, and then go to bed, and then hopefully wake up and they might still be there, and you just go delist. But big shout out to you, and if you haven't checked out her latest blog, go for it. Also see Swampy number 5 as well coming back listening. It was great chatting with you on the last episode of VeVe Wednesdays. Obviously Noz as well. Yeah, all these amazing people. And guys, thanks for dropping in and listening in. And also, as I always say, if you want to come up to the stage and say hi or say a few words at any moment, please do so. That's what these spaces are all about. They're about creating a safe space for us to basically collect and connect and come together and share the love of fandom and just chilling. Oh, I see emojis just dropped in as well. Emoji, mate, thank you for the shout out in that video that you did. I mean, that was so cool. And massive thank you. And again, if you want to come up and say hi, by all means, please do so. But on that note, so we've got a few things on I got a few things on my list of talking points. But Josh, D, is there anything, or Sven, is there anything you guys want to leave with that might not be on my talking points?
No. Go for it. You got the list.
Well, I got the list.
I was just thinking about my collectibles becoming a community manager, and I think it's good news there. So I'm cooking on it now. I'm waiting on it.
Oh yeah.
But processing it, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a very good thing. All right. Well, how about we leave with some VeVe news? How about we leave with the fun stuff, which is one of my favorite ones. How about we let's go shopping? If I find out where my soundboard is, because it's all over the place again. That one. I love that soundtrack. It's so cool. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's go shopping. So we've had the Wolverine drop. So how did we all do? I tried to join the whitelist and I got absolutely zilch. So where are you, collectors? D, Sven, do you guys have any luck out there?
What do you mean you tried to join the wait list? It didn't let you?
Oh no, I mean I tried. I meant like I joined the wait list, but then got the big fat L when the time came around.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So
yeah, what about you,
Yeah.
D?
Same here. I joined the waitlist, was not selected. So I waited for the rebound, and it was like automatically, like in half a second, it was sold out. So I didn't pick anything up. I'm still looking in the market if I'm gonna go for anything, but no Wolverine for me today.
No, I mean I was exactly the same. I was hoping to get a rebound, but it seemed like it skipped a couple of seconds, just went straight to sold out.
Yeah, as soon as you were supposed to be able to click buy now, I was like, oh, Okay, then. Well, there goes that.
That's it. Actually, I think I might have a sound effect for that somewhere. But yeah, it was like a big fag bow bow. It's like no. Oh, hang on, this will do. Oh, try again. The big long
What
flush.
is that? Like, oh, a toilet flush?
It's a toilet flush.
Like down
Okay.
the drain.
Like I said, down the drain, down the drain. It's still a work in progress. But just out of curiosity, there, let's have a look in the market. What is Wolverine going for? So currently, Wolverine blue and yellow suit is our rare, and it's currently going for 92 gems on the floor. So not bad. So if you did manage to get yourself one up on the drop, you're doing okay. But then comes the question: do you want to sell it now, or do you want to wait until to see what they come up with?
No, don't sell it.
No,
If you own it, keep it.
No, I wouldn't sell it. Me personally, obviously not financial advice. I wouldn't sell it. Not yet. Not until we know what else is coming in the pipeline. So yes, I think that's probably the big news in the way of drops. I mean, we do have some comic books on the way as well. I believe we've got Silver Surfer #3, which is the first appearance of Mephisto, dropping on Thursday, the 18th of April. So that's quite exciting because apparently that book has actually got a nice in real life value to it. And first appearance of Mephisto. So maybe because I mean there have been rumors that what's the last one I heard? It was Sacha Baron Cohen, I think, was lined up to play Mephisto in the MCU when they eventually get around to introducing him into it. So what do you think, guys? Is anyone going to be going for this book? Anyone feeling it? Anybody know anything about it?
No, I don't know anything about it. I do like Silver Surfer, but I'm not sure on this storyline. But yeah, the covers are nice.
Yeah, let me just bring up the blog so we get a little bit more information because the blog article is out for it. So it is. So it's going to be $6.99, and there's 5 rarities as usual. It's a 5K comic, and we do have our rare and ultra rare covers, which are by.
Yeah, and they got the same style again like before. So we're back at the game, Osman. So rare and ultra rare are for us.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting back to the exclusive covers, which you should say. What does it say? Or am I just blind? Maybe I'm just blind. But I do believe. Oh, I did say I can't find it. I'm going blind. But yeah, but they are they do have some rare and exclusive ultra rare covers, and we do also have another Deadpool comic coming as well, which is Deadpool #45, which is apparently the first appearance of Evil Deadpool, and that's coming on Tuesday the 16th. Me personally, it doesn't look like it's got any sort of like big massive in real life value to it. I mean, the covers look cool, but I'm not overly excited about this one. What about everyone else? Does anyone even know about this comic?
No, didn't see the comic before.
Nope.
Well, I can't help them too much here.
Well, there you go. Just that alone, it doesn't seem like it's gonna perform overly great. But again, it's a $6.99 comic, 5,000 editions, and I don't think we're getting any exclusive covers or anything. But yeah, they look nice. But yeah, again, I don't see this one doing overly fantastic on the drop. So you might be able to get it cheap in the market. But I think that's about it in the way of comic book drops. Though we did get the Omi the Ikomi logo dropped to us to the airdrop. Did anyone get one of them?
Yeah, I got 2 out of the 3. What are your thoughts on the airdrop?
Yeah, well, I mean, funny enough, when I open the app, I actually can't see because I got a red circle. But every time I open the app, I can't see anything. It just says cannot display. Does anyone else get that problem?
I'm pretty sure that's still happening for everyone. Yeah, but you should be able to open and view them.
Yeah. So situations. Over 1 million bronze tickets were earned by participating in Season 1. Oh, there we go. So it says here, so I'm just going off of what's on the blog article here. So it says over 1.5 million bronze tickets were earned by participants in Season 1. Wow, that's pretty good. Bronze tickets are attended multiple use in the ecosystem. First fusion. So yeah, so I wonder what sort of utility the Ecomi token is going to have. I don't know.
Did you end up getting any?
I ended up getting a red O. That's all I got because I think you can pick them up in the market. I've actually looked. Let's have a look.
Yeah. They're all in the market. The secret rare was going for like 1.4 apparently.
Let's have it. Oh yeah, okay. So we've got an Ecomi. We got a red logo, red silver, logo, red circle, and logo red and white. So we've got an SR common. Okay. So I'm playing catch up because I've been doing the dad thing all day. So I'm a little behind. I'm sorry, everybody. So let's have a look. So we have the Ecomi logo red circle, which is our common, which is going for 8 gems and 99 frags on the floor. So that's very affordable. And what else have we got? So our rare, which is the Ecomi logo red and white. And that is going for 29 gems on the floor. So not too bad. And now the secret rare. The coveted secret rare is currently going for, and this is the Ecomi logo red and silver, is going, whoa, it's going for 999 gems. So just shy of 1,000 gems.
Oh, it dropped.
Yeah.
But Mr. MC1 created a club for the Ecomi logo, the secret rare, the same way that he did for the gold and silver logo for the VeVe one.
Ah, did he now?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Actually, Sven could probably speak on this more than I can. But
yeah, go on, Sven. So spill the beans. So give us the inside knowledge.
Yeah, I was owning the secret rare logo of the VeVe logo, and then Sanjay and Randy and Mr. Rolex, they decided to make a group for the secret rare logo too. So that's the reason why the secret rare logo has its value now, although it did drop a bit. But I think after a while, maybe people will see the utility in that logo, and it will be kind of the same like the secret rare logo from VeVe. So it's maybe a good thing to consider buying that if you want to be part of that that ecosystem or that club. But yeah, it's an optional thing. It's not necessary, but it's something to think about. If you missed the VeVe secret rare logo, maybe this is your chance.
Mm.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe he combines some of the events where that logo also gives you access to some of the gold and silver events.
Ooh,
So,
yeah, that could be good.
Something to consider.
They're definitely talking about that, and also if you go to real life events, considering maybe give away some OMI with a raffle system or something like that. So they're thinking about doing those things.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Then I'll have to stay tuned and see what comes of it. Let's see what else has been happening.
You know what? Actually, I have a topic for you.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
I came across. So you remember back in the day, the studio that animated the Troll Hunters drop game Art Brain?
Oh yes, yep.
They had. Well, I mean, there were several creators that did a video kind of reviewing or recapping who they are. And then some of their work started to pop up, right? The work that they were showing up behind the scenes collectibles.
Yep.
They've taken that stuff down, but I came across a bunch more, not from them, from independent artists that VeVe's outsourced the work to, where they had like, where they just what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, it'll come. But anyways, these artists have posted some of the work on their personal profiles of these sites to promote their portfolios.
Okay.
And I came across behind the scenes work for like Jabba the Hutt, Anna from Frozen, the Lion King drop with Rafiki and Gar. I found behind the scenes work of Boo's Door. I found behind the scenes work of Rambo, a bunch of drops. And when I say behind the scenes work, like it's full notes, revision notes. I posted one with Jabba the Hutt already, but it's talking about how, oh, the shading's wrong here. We need to touch up that. The icon on his shoulders upside down. We need to fix that. And it's showing like the actual revision notes. So I thought that was neat, but yeah, apparently there is a lot of the behind the scenes work online still.
Ooh, so interesting.
Because the reason why I'm sharing that is because when Game Art Brain kind of started showing their stuff, they were asked to take it down. So I don't entirely know like how much VeVe likes the work being up to show like the process of behind the scenes, but like the way that I found it wasn't from searching VeVe. I had to go onto like these independent sites and then type in the IP associated with VeVe, and then I just scroll through pages and pages, and then I eventually found one that like the display photo for Rambo had the old VeVe logo on it, and it was just it was the model of Rambo before he had been textured and colored and everything, and I clicked on it, and then I clicked on the profile of the artist, and just a bunch of work popped up, and I was like, oh damn. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of like a tread off the beaten path, like sort of try to find it all.
Well, it looks like, yeah, in all the artists that I came across too, they're scattered across the world. So there was one in the UK, one in Australia, one in New Zealand, one in, I think it was Cincinnati, Ohio. But yeah, they're like all over the place. One was in Vancouver. Yeah, and it's all just like independent artists that do work inside like Blender. I guess they just do contract work, right? Like they just hire them for the one or two projects, and then move on to the next person or whatever. But anyways, that's my story.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And did you find some new items or only old items on the market?
Depends on what you mean by new, because I would consider Anna like newer. She was part of the latest Frozen drop, right? Rafiki from Lion King isn't that old either. Trying to think of the newest one that I found.
Did we already have Rafiki? I was thinking we only had the Lion King itself, but not Rafiki.
I don't think we've got
Rafiki.
No, I don't think we've got Rafiki. We've got who have we got? We've got Scar, we've got Simba, and
yeah, it was Rafiki that dropped with Scar.
We had Rafiki.
We do. Oh yeah, of course we did.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking at the posts that I have saved. Oh, the Powerpuff Girls. Well, that's not new. That's really old. Adventure Time from all the way back in season 1. And then I'll read this.
Go on.
I don't know how relevant this is, but this was one of the descriptions underneath one of the artists. It said, from 2018, Paul has contributed to it's cut off, to something NFT markets. Hired as the art lead for VeVe Digital Collectables in 2018, Paul designed the first Cartoon Network series of NFTs to the world with Adventure Time and the Powerpuff Girls, and assisted with the onboarding of clients such as Bandai, Activision, Bruce Lee, Funko, Konami, NBC, Nickelodeon, Pokemon, and Walt Disney Pixar Marvel.
So say there's the P word.
And then here's the last point, from 2021 until present. So it doesn't look like he's with VeVe anymore. Paul has worked as the art manager and lead artist for Non-Fungible Labs / Futureverse, which is another name that I've heard in the community.
Yeah.
So
Futureverse is another one starting to circulate around, isn't it?
Yeah. So again, I don't know how relevant that is, but that is the description under this artist profile who is showing his work that he did for VeVe. So.
Say, ooh. said. No, very interesting.
But a big name there is Activision. I don't know if you know them.
Oh, I definitely know Activision.
Yeah. All speculation, of course, but yeah, if Activision is in the books, that's a big name with a lot of IP under their umbrella. So
yeah, because what's Activision got now? They've got I want to say Call of Duty. That's Activision,
that's what they're most known for is
Yeah.
is the Call of Duty franchise.
That's the one. Yeah, so my gaming days have been long behind me, so I do try and remember, try and keep track of what's going on. But there's so many these days. Actually, just on the subject of gaming, has anyone started watching Fallout, the new TV show that just dropped on Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Yes,
Yes, we started watching it yesterday.
And what do you think?
We
What
watched
are your
it.
thoughts?
So we're on the 3rd episode, and it's freaking badass. Yeah, we're enjoying it. Didn't realize like the episodes were gonna be that long. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It's like a movie, watching a movie.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I've only polished off the first episode, but it's definitely off to a strong start. And just like loving the lore, loving like the spot the familiar item from the game. Like I was watching the first episode and going, oh, there's a stim pack. Oh, there's like there's like the bobblehead Pit Boys. Like you can recognize like all the old posters, and also all the old music as well. The old music tracks they were really good. Nice little nostalgia feel. Then like we got Raiders. That's pretty coul as well. Like they're basically like dressed how you would like shoot them up in the game. And the Brotherhood of Steel, they look like badass in their power armor.
Yeah, I don't know the game. Just kind of like Halo. I don't know the game either. I just know the show. But yeah, so far we're pretty hooked on it. Yeah, a lot of action. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
We would have kept going, but she fell asleep last night. So
Yeah,
let's go.
No.
Well, we finished the episode.
I would have kept going, but I would have gotten in trouble. So
That's it.
Yeah, he kept going
Brownie
without
points.
me. No sleeping on the couch for you tonight, Hinano.
Yeah,
They're
but
still young.
that's what I was about to say. You better be careful. You're gonna end up in the doghouse. But we got Meta Rob Crypto up the stage. So how are you, mate? Are you watching Fallout?
Hey, Rob.
Oh, is he there? You there, Rob?
Oh, my bad. My
No, mate, gotcha. How are you?
I'm doing
Yeah,
good. How
good,
about
mate.
you?
Good. We're just having a nice discussion about Halo. I'm assuming you're familiar with the gaming franchise.
Yes, sir. I heard you guys talking about Fallout, so I had to pop in real quick.
Nice. So you're watching the show. You played the games.
I am, and I actually downloaded Fallout 76 and Fallout 4. I was gonna do a stream later today.
Oh no way!
as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just wanted to pop in real quick.
No worries, man. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to come and chill with us. But yeah, I was just saying, like, I'm only the first episode in, and I'm just loving the direction of the show. Loving all the nostalgia and just like spot the item you used to run around with in the game. It's really cool because like I actually grew up with the first and second game, and was a big fan of those two. And also Fallout Tactics as well was another big one on my playlist. And then once Fallout 3 came into it, where the whole open world aspect came into it, oh my god, did everything just like go crazy from there?
Yeah. I'm on episode I think 5 right now, and all I can say is it only gets
better.
better.
Yeah, well, I know that they've also been approved for a second season, and I think they've got a grant from like one of the I think it's a California government or something like that. So and plus the reviews are looking overly positive. I think last I looked it was a 8.7 on Internet Movie Database. So that's always a very positive sign.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm hoping we don't have to wait, another 2 years before we get
That would be nice. Very cool. So what else have you been up to? Been Rob? You just been gaming. So do you because I think this is the first time we really actually spoke. Like, are you a collector? So are you into VeVe market or any of that sort of stuff? Tell what
Yes, sir.
what's your stories?
Went,
That's right, mate.
Yeah. No, I'm a big collector. I went for the Wolverine drop today. I didn't bid any MCP points, so I wasn't expecting anything, but I didn't land the drop. So
no worries. And did you pick one up in the market? Looking to pick something up in the market? Did you get anything in the market?
I'll probably wait, see if it cools down. If not, I might FOMO in at some point. But
very cool. See, so what else on my talking point? So yeah, so that's what I'm currently watching at the moment. Though I do also wiggle in between Star Wars Bad Batch and what's the other one I'm watching at the moment? There's one more Fallout Bad Batch. I can't remember now, but yeah. Sorry.
Have you watched X-Men?
X-Men, that's the other one. Yes. Now, the last time I spoke X-Men, I just about got booed off stage by a certain somebody. So I'm assuming everyone's seen the latest X-Men episode, and if you haven't, my God, you have to go see it.
Have not.
Well, I better shut up then.
No, I was thinking about rewatching the old series, and then I was going to catch up on X-Men97.
Yeah, you can do. I mean, it's from what I can see, it's not like essential viewing. Like, you don't have to watch the entire original to get an understanding of what's going on. So if you wanted to jump into the new stuff straight away, you can probably get away with it. But of course, if you just want the nostalgia of just of just the show, then by all means go for
it. It is a direct continuation.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Or am I wrong? Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool.
But yeah.
We're caught up on the episode, so thank you, Osman, for the motivation.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like I said before, in the latest episode, in the last 10 minutes, everything just goes absolutely nuts. So make sure you hold on to your seat.
Hey, I have those X-Men97 comics.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I read the X-Men97 digital comics, the number 2. But I was wondering, do the comics are the comics the same than the episodes? Because I read the comic 2, and I didn't see that in the episodes yet.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't read any of the comics yet.
I didn't read the first 97 comic, so maybe I should read that one to see whether it comes, whether the series resemble the book. But I didn't see any resemblance for the moment.
Well,
I'm not sure. I haven't read the book myself yet. I have them, but I haven't read them.
Okay, see, I tried to go for one on the drop, but I didn't get it. But I'm sure someone who's read X-Men 97 is exhibition who's coming out to the stage.
Hey everyone.
How are you, mate?
Pretty
Hello.
good. I haven't read the X-Men97 comic either, but I believe it's a prelude to the show. That's how I got it.
That's right. Yes. Well, that's how it's described as. It's I'm actually just looking at it on the
It's described like that.
Yeah, well, it basically says the official prelude to the hotly anticipated Disney Plus show. The X-Men are back, and the 90s have never looked better. This is the official prelude to the upcoming X-Men 97, created in collaboration with the showrunners. Discover what Storm, Jubilee, Wolverine, and the rest of the beloved 90s X-Men cast have been up to in the time before their return. Startling revelations here lead directly into the hotly anticipated new series. Don't miss out. Oh, that was good. Quick, everyone go! Everyone go watch the show.
That show is really, really, really good. It's insanely good.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
It is. It is a love letter to all X-Men fans and non-fans. I mean, yeah, they can enjoy it too, of course. But it's absolutely love letter. The writing is just crazy. It's super fast paced though, because they're doing like storylines of a year or years, and they just fit it in one episode. And it just keeps going and going and going. And episode 5, I mean, people are probably not familiar with Grant Morrison's story. It's called E for Extinction. And I think, they were going to do it at some point in the seasons, and just see everything build up to that. And from the first episode a new introduction, and then the second with Storm, and then the third episode, and it just keeps going. It's only the 5th episode now. There's still 5 to go. I mean, what else are we going to get? It's completely insane.
I know. It's like, what else could they possibly hit us with?
It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And I definitely hope that Bo de Mayo, who's the head writer of the show, that he's coming back, or because he's fired from the show 2 weeks before the premiere. And no, why? They're just rumors. And he's a little flamboyant. Yeah, he had a OnlyFans page, and people say that's why he's got fired.
Yep, that'll do it.
But it was already known, and I can understand Disney don't want to be associated with those kind of websites. But I don't know, man. It's not like he's murdering babies or anything. So you know, it is, the writing is that good. It is insanely good. So that was my contribution.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And also, so speaking of writing, because you recently joined me on the last episode of Relax and Read, where we covered Power Pack Into the Storm #1. What did you think of the of that comic book?
Oh, that was a lot of fun. It's cute. It is a cute comic. It's very relaxing, and we don't know really what's going on now. We saw a little bit of Franklin Richards, but Richards is really young, isn't he? I'm not. It isn't a 616, right? It's not some alternative timeline, is it?
I don't believe so. Like I said before, like I'm not overly familiar with Power Pack, so that read was actually the first time that I've actually read the comic or had anything to do with the characters. But yeah, I mean, it looked like a fun. It was definitely a fun read. Lots of cosmic, spacey sort of fantasy type stuff. I mean, I can see why Double Quill likes it, like, because that was who it was recommended by, and yeah, I mean, I could definitely see, like I said on the episode, a lot of potential for possibly maybe like a Disney Plus show in the future, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's possible. Yeah, but I was kind of thrown off that Franklin Richards looks so young, and that's the weird thing in comics, because you know at one point they're like 12 years old, and then they're 16, and then you read another comic they're 8, and there's actually a very interesting fan theory about the age of the characters in all the comics, like Peter Parker or Scott Summers.
Okay.
Because at the beginning, when they started in 61 with the Fantastic Four, and they had some kind of rule how the characters age. Let's say it was 10 years in real time was 2 years in a comic book, something like that. They had a certain rule, but at some point it just deviated from it. So I mean, Scott Summers Cyclops, he's 28 since 1975, right?
Basically, yeah. These characters like don't age.
So the theory they come up with is that since Franklin Richards is born, he's using his powers to keep everyone the same age in the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it does. You can find proof for it, but I think it's just a really fun theory, because Franklin Richards is really strong. He can create universes. He can create realities. And Franklin Richards is so insane. He's going to be the next one who's going to move over when 616 ends. So before 616, there was another universe before we have now. So you got like the Big Bang, and then everything collapses again, and then you got the Big Bang again. So we are now in 616, and then when everything ends, Frank Richards one goes over, and the first one that went over, there was Galen, who became Galactus in the Big Bang in 616.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, Frank Richards is going to be the next one. He already knows that, and so he's that powerful. But he makes himself forget that he is that powerful. So he makes himself forget so that he can enjoy his childhood. So that's what he's doing in 616, and it fucks with everyone's head.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that's the fan theory. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew any of that.
No, I mean neither. I mean, so I know of Franklin Richards, like, you know, I know like he's like a what they call an omega level like threat, like, you know, like definitely up there with, like, you know, world killers and stuff like that. But no, I've never heard that theory before. So it'd be interesting because I see Sleeping Comics listening there in the background. If you want to come up and chime in at all, mate, you're more than welcome to. I'd be interested to know your take on it because I know you're a big Silver Surfer fan, so this might tie into what. Oh, he's beat me to it. He's done it. He's hit the button. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Sleeping Comics. Say welcome to the stage, mate.
What's up, Sleeping?
Hey, love the talk about Franklin Richards. I just will note that we do have his first appearance already on the VeVe app if you wanted to go and grab that one.
Yes, we do.
And of course, there is I don't want to say too much, but people pretty much know that Shalabel, the female version of Silver Surfer, is going to be coming in the next Fantastic Four.
That's
and if
right.
you know some of that whole world, there is, once again, we don't know what they're going to do, but there is intersection with Franklin Richards there. So maybe we see something in the next Fantastic Four movie that's coming up.
Yeah,
that's all I wanted to add.
Yeah, well, definitely funny you mentioned that because like that was actually the one thing I forgot to ask you last time you came up, like on the last space we had, is like on your thoughts on like them casting like, you know, the female version of Silver Surfer and not the Norman Rad one that we normally have, because I know I was reading a lot of articles online saying a lot of people are up in arms about it, saying they're straying away from the comic book material. He needs to be like, you know, the Norman Rad that we all love and support. But then there was that theory, like, you know, that is going to be like an alternate universe, and then maybe at the end of it, like, you know, that universe will come to an end, and then that's when they'll introduce, like, you know, the Silver Surfer that we're all familiar with. What do you reckon?
I mean, I'm just ready. I know different rumors and different people in the industry and whatnot, and it's been rumored for a long time. I know they've been struggling with this movie for years, right, to try and put it back together. They know how important it is. And we've seen if they can get it right, you know, it can spawn a new series of movies that, you know, can fuel the MCU for years. And so I think, and hopefully they're trying to kind of slow down and figure it all out and do a better job with it all. Of course, I'm a huge Silver Surfer and I do like Norman Rad. So I can't lie and say I'm not a little bit, I was a little bit sad to hear about the storyline that they're going to go down, but it'll be fine. And I'm sure that I think the twist that people are presenting is probably very real. I don't know. But I also know that, you know, there's been so many different stories in comics. They've got to reinvent this stuff again and again and again and put different twists on it. And the ones that they do that seem to be so outlandish, I mean, sometimes they fail, right? But a lot of times they end up working. And sometimes they don't work at first, but it kind of opens up minds of different authors that later on come back to kind of take a particular storyline to the next level. And that's when you really see the payoff. And I can see some of that potentially in the movies too. And with characters, some characters don't work out in the beginning, and just over time they get to morph and other writers have new ideas. And so I think people get all up in arms about the way things are going with particular storylines. But I think maybe if you've been around as long as I have through it all, you just enjoy it all for what it is. And so I'm very optimistic about it all.
No, very cool. Yeah, I mean, like I definitely can't wait for the Fantastic Four to come into the MCU. I mean, me in particular, I'm more excited about what they're going to do with Doctor Doom and who they're going to cast for it, because we still don't know who they've got playing Doctor Doom. And I just hope it's Julian McMahon, who originally played him in the first films, did a very good job. And the other one they did, like, you know, in the latest Fantastic Four movie, I wasn't particularly keen on. But that's the one character I want to see them, like, you know, really do like a really solid depiction of, I guess you could say.
I think that would be great if they could figure out Doom. And there's so many stories there, and they know that, right? There's really so many stories in this Fantastic Four they could do, and X-Men, right? There's, you know, Madness. So I think they just got to kind of figure out and lay the foundation. Hopefully they don't bite off more than they can chew, and just kind of set the stage. And they know if they can figure it out, they can make Fantastic Four movies for many, many years. And same with the X-Men. I mean, the X-Men is just crazy, right? If you can figure that out, you'll be set for 50 years of movies.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah,
I do think it's good that they took their time though, because they bought the rights. Now they bought the rights like maybe, I don't even know, 5-10 years ago, something crazy like that.
Mm.
And there's so many rumors around that, even like they had to hire the original X-Men until the year 2025, or there's just crazy different deals that people have said about why they couldn't use X-Men right away. I don't know. But either way, I'm happy to know that they do have the X-Men. They can have, the Avengers and the X-Men together, all these other things.
Yeah.
That's what we're excited to see.
I think the two that they still can't have together is Hulk and Namor, if I remember right. I think they're still owned by Universal.
Well, it's so crazy. I think they might have Namor back, but the word on the street with Hulk is that they own the rights to Hulk. They just don't own the rights to have a movie that is headlined by.
Yeah, it was like it had something to do with like a distribution rights or something like that.
Right. That's why you've seen Hulk, but he's never been, it's never been a headlined Hulk movie. But now they've said after the last that particular license ran out, so now they can. We've heard all kinds of crazy things, right? The biggest, of course, one that we've heard rumors about a lot is they're going to do some sort of World War Hulk. Do we see, and so many rewrites of Captain America 4, right? That was supposed to potentially lead into World War Hulk. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But I'm up for all of it. The other one that, of course, seems to be a massive problem is, and once again, I wouldn't want to be the lawyers involved with that, is the bleeding between the Spider-Verse into the Marvel-verse.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man is owned by Sony, but yet then they seem to have all of the Spider-Verse characters as well. So that's weird. Especially when you talk about characters like Kingpin and whatnot, right?
So actually, here's a good question. Have you actually seen the Madam Web movie?
I have not. I'd like to. Anybody that have seen it, I'd like to hear from them. I have not seen it.
Same. I mean, like I can watch it, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Like, do I want to sacrifice that much of my life to sort of like see how bad it really is, or how much like it's been raked over the coals?
I know, it's so tough. I just finished binge watching the Netflix show 3 Body Problem, which was pretty good.
Yeah. I would say I saw the trailer for it, like, and it looked really, really interesting.
Well, there's controversy with it, of course, for a variety of reasons. You can Google that on your own, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Okay. Have you been watching the new Fallout season?
Oh, you guys were talking about that.
We were.
I haven't. Just too much, right? I just finished the 3 Body Problem. Now I gotta like take a break, or else do something with my life.
That's it.
Come back to watch something else.
That's it. That's the problem, isn't it? Like, we're just sort of spoiled for choice now. Like, I'm the same. I'm very very strategic with what I watch now, because otherwise it just ends up like leeching my life. But very cool. So how did you go with the Wolverine drop today? Did you end up scoring a Wolverine?
Yeah, I spent some MCP points. I don't know if it's working. I bid a bunch, but apparently I didn't win because they did not subtract them. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I got to follow up with them.
Okay.
Not that I want them to take away my points, but I put I'll tell people because I'm pretty transparent with this stuff. Mm-hmm. But I bid 60,000 points, or 60,001 actually.
Yep.
And apparently it wasn't enough because they didn't take any. I won, but they didn't take any points.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know.
Oh, you got the collectible.
So I got one, but
and kept the points. Win-win.
Oh yeah, then that's a bug. Then I thought you were saying that you kept the points because you never got allocated the collectible, which makes sense. But if you got the collectible, then yeah, that would be a
No,
bug.
I got the collectible, and I've people said that they want it with 50,000 points, so it must be a bug. I got to follow up with them. Maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I thought I bid and I didn't bid, but either way, I was able to win one, so that made me happy.
Nice one. Oh, congratulations.
I bid 130,000 points.
Oh, no way.
That's awesome. I honestly thought about that.
And it was my first time bidding, so a little bit of FOMO, I suppose.
Yeah, it's difficult because if you do, so like, we all try and do our own little numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's that one website, stacker.world, and they kind of show how many people have so many things. And I looked there. It shows that, because, there's 1,500 were allocated for MCP. So it showed that the wallet with the 1,500th most collectibles and comics has like 700 and I'll make it up, 725 comics and collectibles. And we know that some comics are worth a point, but some comics are worth like a quarter of a point. So that wallet probably has around, I'll make it up, it's getting around 500 points a day. You extrapolate that out to a year or two, they have a couple 100,000, maybe 300,000 points. And so I looked at that and said, if that person went all in, they'd have 300,000 points. And then the other thing is do they want to spend all their points? And then, of course, you want to look at, how long does it take them to replenish those points? It's only like 2 or 3 months. So I was like, somebody could really throw down a lot of points here. So that's why I bid 60,000.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did 2 months of points. And
yeah, and so I'm thinking they're going to do another Wolverine, every 2-3 weeks, we're thinking.
Yep.
And they could have some other big drops. Obviously, May's coming up. Star Wars is big. So, yeah, it's tough. I seem to think that 50,000, 60,000 is a lot of points for a lot of people. I mean, you have the people that have millions of points, right? So 50,000 is nothing for them. I mean, I have over 2 million points. So 50,000 is a lot, but I could obviously swallow it.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, what have I got? I've got 467,000. So I
feel like if they do, each Wolverine drop, I bet will get more scarce, just like the Hulk. So if they have the final Wolverine, let's pretend it's the Weapon X. It looks awesome. They release it with like 500 or maybe 350. Well, let's just say 500 mints, and then they allocate 50%. That's 250 to MCP. If you look at the top 250 wallets, and they decide they wanted it, I mean, they could be spending hundreds of thousands of points, 1 million points, maybe, if they really. So that could really erode at some of the big wallets, I think.
I hope instead of doing different variants of Wolverine, they do Wolverine, the Wolverine family. So like Honey Badger and Talon. So that gives the real Wolverine, I suppose. We give that really first appearance, and then there's only one, and then you got the other ones. Talon that used to be X-23.
That's right. Yep.
Badger, and you got a couple more. So that would be really cool. But then again, Weapon X is, of course, also really cool.
Could we possibly maybe even get Sabretooth?
I think that's someone mentioned that, and I didn't think of that. But you're right; it's part of that kind of whole world. I think you're right. I think maybe because I also think of back in the day what they used to do. They used to do 2 different things. They used to do 3 or 4 or 5 different versions of the same kind of model, right? I think those days are over. We won't see that again. But they do those kind of, all of these are in a grouping, and Sabretooth would definitely be considered part of the, Wolverine kind of grouping.
Oh, definitely. Well, Sabretooth is more or less like, the Green Goblin to the Spider-Man, like, to the Joker to the Batman type thing. Like, you can't really have Wolverine without Sabretooth lurking around somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. Because I think the obvious choices for if you're going to look at different poses for Wolverine would be Weapon X and then the brown suit.
Yep.
Maybe Old Man Logan, people have said. But then you're trying to think of the fifth one. So that's where, you think of a Sabretooth or something like that. Definitely makes sense. X-23 obviously is another one that comes to mind. But X-23, once again, I'm biased. Seems like X-23 could be its own whole classification and they could make a lot of money, especially if they do more movies. Or, I mean, there's a rumor that X-23 is in the new Deadpool movie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's true.
So, man, you just wonder, right?
I mean,
X-23 really could sell well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, another other versions we've also discussed about is you've got like the was it X-Force version with the black and gray suit. That could be cool. And and Zombie Wolverine from the Marvel Zombies.
Another good one. Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
another good one.
It's like, oh, I'm on fire.
X-Force one is awesome. That's a great one.
I said, does anyone else have any speculation out there? So what other Wolverines could we possibly see?
I mean, we'll probably know after the next drop, right? So if they drop Sabretooth, then it's like we're thinking what you guys are thinking. It's more the whole. It could be any of the kind of characters you think of in the Wolverine universe.
Yeah.
I just was thinking of one of the.
Well, that's Dakin's
comics that I read lately, which was the Wolverine versus Blade, which was awesome comics. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Ooh, Wolverine versus Blade. Ooh, that'd be a good one. I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah. I'll post the cover. The cover is pretty awesome too.
Yeah, do it.
Well, and then the whole newer Wolverine started out. I guess maybe 2 years old. I only read the first like 5 or 6, the first arc, where it's Dracula trying to hunt down Wolverine, and of course, obviously wants to drink his blood, because if he drinks Wolverine's blood, potentially then he could have the regenerative powers. Yep. So that was a cool arc, and then it brings in Blade. So I always thought that could be an interesting movie too.
Ooh, yeah. Just trying to think what other versions of Wolverine could we get? I mean, there's what have we got? What about Savage Wolverine?
Zombie.
Sorry, D?
No, I said Zombie Wolverine.
Yeah, we said X-Force Wolverine, Zombie Wolverine. I'm just thinking we've also got Savage Wolverine. That'd be another really good one.
So Dakin, his son.
Oh yeah, Dakin. I forgot about him.
I remember the spec. You remember the crazy spec on that book? Oh my lord!
Yeah, I mean the one that sort of stands out for me is when he basically diced up the Punisher.
I remember they had the I can't remember what it was, but this was like maybe 4 or 5. All the years get mixed together, but they came out with this one. I think it was a Marvel premiere where they introduced Wolverine's daughter, and that book just skyrocketed through the roof. Very, very low print run. Nothing ever happened with it, but
Yeah, here we go. I just did a quick Google of different versions of Wolverine that we could possibly see, and there is we got the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, the one where he's only got the one arm. Feral Wolverine, Zombie Wolverine. James, Days of Futures Past Wolverine.
I don't remember that being that different of a. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to think of these different, outfits.
Oh, now this would be a good one, but I doubt it's going to happen. Is Darklaw when they did the DC amalgamation?
I don't think I know that one.
No, well, because what's the DC and Marvel had their what's the sort of clash way back when? It's like they did like an amalgamation of like different characters. Because I think what was it? They did like a mishmash of like Superman and Captain America. I think they called him like the super soldier or something like that, or then they did a mishmash of Wolverine and Batman. That he got Darklaw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a while back, but yeah, I mean, like I doubt we'd ever have anything like that happen, but that would definitely be something cool to see on the app. Here we go. I think John's trying to get up to the stage, but I don't think my system can let him. Is someone able to let John up to the stage? I think we've got two co-hosts now. Can we do it? Oh, there it is. Speakers. Oh, sorry, bear with me. Aha, there it is.
Who's coming up, John?
Yeah, John's trying to get up to the stage, but I think all our spots are closed. Oh no, D.
I can step down if you have too many people.
No, that's right.
We should be able to have 10 people up here.
We should, yeah, because D, you're co-host now, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I did send you a co-host invite. That's why I was hoping we'd have some more spaces.
Yeah, X is acting a little wonky. It's not letting me accept it.
Elon, what are you doing? Get out of my space. All right, there we go. I think we should be all good to go now. So yeah, John, if you want to come up, mate, try again. We should be able to get you up to the stage.
I'm gonna run, you guys. Great space. I'll keep listening. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no worries, Sleeping. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Always a pleasure to have you here when you can.
Yeah, have a good evening, man.
Yeah, what else is on my list of talking points? Oh, we had the addiction comic number 2, the crafting. Did anybody go for the crafting event? Because that literally sold out pretty quick as well.
Yeah, I was able to craft. And I got the ultra rare.
Nice. Oh, Sven's coming back.
I completely forgot about the crafting event, so no, that's a no for me.
There we go. Right.
John.
There we go. We got John coming up to the stage now. So, John, how are you, mate?
Oh, there we go. All right.
That's it. You're back, and you're not sick.
Technical snafus outside, and yeah, I am definitely feeling on the up and up.
Excellent.
And you and D, thank you for hosting. We got collectors gone. We got and Sleeping was talking for a bit. I guess he had to step down, but
he did. He had to run.
I wanted to jump up and put 3 more ideas in the ring. You might have already said them because
go for it.
Out for Wolverine. Like you mentioned, Savage Wolverine. Is that the one where Magneto pulled all the adamantium out of his bones, and then you actually saw Wolverine in his natural element, which is when he popped his claws, they were bone claws? Because that Wolverine would be amazing, right? That era of Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Joe Madureira era, and it was really, really cool. So, and we know Joe Mad from VeVe from way back in the day. He has some DC collectibles and stuff. Obviously, the Rogue and Gambit, House of X cover he did. Joe Mad is all over the place. So that would be my number one choice. I would love to see that with bone claws. The second one would be if Hulk had Joe Fixit, which he doesn't, right, as a collectible. It would have been perfect to have the version of Wolverine that goes with that Gray Hulk, Joe Fixit, which would be Patch.
Did you Patch?
So so Wolverine's Patch era, like the Madripoor era, is one of those iconic looks from his standalone Wolverine series, where he's very dapper. He's got the eye patch on. He's got the white tuxedo suit on. He's chilling 80s style. I think that would be such a cool version. And then the third one being the obvious one for me, which would be Old Man Logan. Because we got Old Man Logan already in the comic book form on VeVe. Old Man Logan had a very successful movie out. It gets name dropped all the time as one of those kind of iconic Wolverine alternative narratives. So I would love to see Old Man Logan as well. And there you go. Those are my 3 choices.
All very, very solid choices. But yeah, no, I think Old Man Logan would definitely be actually. Patch would be a very viable choice as well, because I do believe there will be a version of Patch coming out in the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about it. You're right. And so, I didn't even think about like the possible movie tie-ins, but you're right. Like we're going to have. Oh, in that case, we're probably going to also want to have old school Wolverine, right? The one with the old, kind of cowl on. You know, the one that he fought Incredible Hulk with on 181. So they might go like the very first, Wolverine, and there might be a Weapon X, right? So there might be a prototype Wolverine, because Weapon X is very popular for the first run of standalone Wolverine movies. Where they went into the origins of Wolverine. And so that kind of look with like the cybernetic brainwashing helmet on and like all these like wires coming out of him and stuff, I think Weapon X would also be a great alternative to show.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because like we were just saying, like, like having a Weapon X on VeVe, like, be really cool. Like, having like, with like some kind of animation, have like all the tubes hanging out of his arms and the big circular helmet that he's got on as well would be like really, really cool to see.
Yeah, that I think that actually might be a very impressive thing, right? So like you got like the giant size X-Men Wolverine, which is what we have right now.
Yeah.
And then come to think of it, like I guess also you could go for brown suit Wolverine, right? So in other words, his standalone series Wolverine look, right? There's a very famous cover of there's two famous ones. One which is the Frank Miller drawn one from Wolverine #1, which is the limited series, the one where he has like a come here kind of like finger waggling with like pop claws in the other hand. I think that's a very iconic one. That's with the brown suit. And then the other one being Wolverine #27, where Jim Lee drew the cover. And that one ended up being the cover for the Nintendo game, I believe. So, that artwork is very famous. I think it was also the put together final art piece when you collected the cards back in the day, Jim Lee 2 series cards. So yeah, that brown suit Wolverine look would also be a good choice. So yeah, there are a lot of great Wolverine eras to choose from for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because like right now, the speculation we've got is, or the choices we've got on the table is we've got Weapon X, we've got the brown suit Wolverine, we've got X-Force Wolverine, Zombie Wolverine, and Feral Wolverine, and of course Old Man Logan and all that as well.
Those are all great choices, and so I wouldn't be disappointed at all if. And how many are there going to be? 4 more. So well, that covers 4 right there.
No, yeah, there you go. Because right now, because the one we've got now, that's a rare. So maybe they'll I don't know, maybe they'll do brown suit. Maybe it's like the common, because everyone seems to know a bit more. Maybe Weapon X is like obviously Sleeping was saying could be our secret rare. Ultra rare could be maybe like a Old Man Logan, or maybe a zombie Wolverine. And uncommon, I have no idea. I will leave it up to the audience. But no,
choices.
Yeah, exciting times ahead is all I can say. Exciting times. And what about you, John? Did you go for the Wolverine drop today?
I must make a confession, and I think I've said it in several other spaces as well. I just don't like the look of him.
No?
Like the face is just, it throws me. It reminds me of like Jim Carrey when someone
someone beat me to it.
So and even when they said, "Hey, no, don't worry about it. You can click the face and you can stick a mask on," and said, "I mean, Wolverine's mask. It only covers half the face, so I still got to see that upper lip." No, thank you. So yeah, I bowed out today. Personal preferences. I did choose the Black Suit Spidey and the Spider-Gwen. I also did not like Spider-Gwen's face, but then you can click on the face and that's a full mask. So I'm like,
problem solved.
Problem
Yeah,
solved.
keep the mask on.
Just keep it on, please.
Yeah, I think that's the same sort of sentiment like with Wolverine as well. Like just keep the masks on.
Yes, please. Oh, and joke about Wolverine's mask looking like 2 Batmans kissing. Now that it has been said, I cannot unsee it. So that doesn't help. Yeah, just look at it.
Yes, it's true.
I had not seen that. I'm gonna have to look into that now.
I mean, every single. I mean, like with the classic one with the two black ears sweeping up and stuff. Just
Oh
imagine.
yeah. I see it now. Oh, you're
And the
you're right. You're right. Now I can't unsee that.
each other. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, it's so
Yeah. No, I definitely see it now. Cool.
bad. And now you'll never be able to unsee
That's
it.
it.
My apologies.
That's it. Forever scarred. Love it. Yeah, very cool.
I don't think we've talked since the Peach Momoko drops of Ultimate X-Men #1 and #2 last Wednesday. So I am so happy those finally hit the site. I just wanted to say that, yes, there definitely have been other Peach Momoko covers and stuff hitting a lot more since the Lady Daredevil. I've been very happy about, but
my God,
this-
there's so many now.
there's so many, like, you can't even keep up. But like, to me, if you're gonna get one, I mean, and VeVe knew this too, which is why they bumped it up from a 1,000 run to a 1,500 run, is because they're like, if you're gonna get one, you gotta get Ultimate X-Men #1 and X-Men #2, because if you're a Peach Momoko fan, that she does everything, right? So it's just a cover, like, it's like every single panel is her. She wrote the thing, she wrote the story, but like everything is her from soup to nuts. And they have not given her free reign like that since like maybe one short story in the Venomverse, which is also on VeVe. It's the one with Venom and the beautiful bed of flowers. It's a really creepy story, but that is all her.
Yeah.
But that's a short story, right? This is like she's taking over an X-Men title. This level of handing over the reins hasn't been seen since like Jim Lee X-Men #1 in Potential Impact, right? This is like a complete shift of narrative away from the Krakoan era. And as you know, the X-Men Krakoan era has been going on for like 5 years, right? So everyone has been wondering what the heck's going to happen. Now, in the proper 616, there's going to be 3 X-Men titles, right? Like led by Ryan Stegman and some other people and everything. But the Ultimate X-Men is a complete reboot. Just like Ultimate Spider-Man was a complete reboot. It's a clean sheet. It's like, we don't have to rely on anything in the past. We're going to give you a brand new take on this thing. You can be in on this in day one. You saw how Spider-Man did. Ultimate Spider-Man is one of the most successful launches I've ever seen in recent history. I would love to see the same thing for Peach Momoko's X-Men. The only thing stopping it is that Peach is a bit polarizing because she does not come from the comic book tradition. She comes from like the horror genre. She comes from a very dark place, kind of, and so her storytelling kind of reflects that as well. So it's not that mainstream. So it's crazy that this alternative indie almost approach is in a mainstream title like the X-Men. So for me, I love it. I can't believe they allow it, but it may not, as a result, get as much traction as what you have seen Ultimate Spider-Man do. But I mean, it's still an important title. It's still the first X-Men Ultimate title, and I at least for the first 10 issues, which I believe they're going to, at the end of that story arc, put an omnibus out for. I think that's just going to be an important work in Marvel's history.
Well, there you go. That begs the question about omnibuses, because we've had that pop up as well. Because we know that on the VeVe, the new VeVe web reader, they've got a section there called graphic novels, and I'm guessing that's eventually going to be in the future is graphic novels and omnibus.
Yeah, I would love to see them, especially since they were able to jump on a certain amount of titles, like the Ultimate titles from issue 1. Since they already have the rights to all of the individual books, why wouldn't they reach out once they make a graphic novel for those that are omnibus for it? Offer those omnibuses, right? So maybe the first few early omnibus that we're going to see coming out of VeVe Comics will be indeed the first story arc encapsulated for Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men, which will be wrapping up by the end of this year.
Or how's this for a bit of speculation? They could use it as a special crafting event. They could release like all like the books individually, and then you can use it like as a crafting event to sort of craft it all into this like special edition omnibus with like with ultra exclusive cover or something like that.
Oh, I would love that, Osman. I don't know if you know what's happening over at the DC3 side, but last week they dropped off 2 comic books. This week they're going to drop off 2 more comic books. If you combine the common, they call it core over there, of all 4 of those Batman comic books, you will get an omnibus of Batman Year One, which was the Miller, book of the retelling of the origin story of Batman. So that crafting idea is already kind of starting to be established in other places. I absolutely agree with you that VeVe should jump on that, because that level of utility is getting good traction and great excitement from other communities who do have that currently available. I would love to see that on the Marvel / VeVe.
And considering like David's spoken about it in the past as well, about like having like, you know, crafting like, you know, like burning X amount of comics to get like a special edition cover, like kind of like do like, you know, with the ratio covers, like, you know, you 1 in 10s, you 1 in 25s, like essentially the concept, but you have to like burn X amount to get this, if you know what I mean.
I would love that, especially if it's a guarantee thing. I another web offering called Upper Deck e-packs, or Collect Forever.
Oh yeah,
e-pack.
Yep.
And so you can buy like the normal cover A, right? Or an available trade variant on that site. And then they will give you a physical comic book, but they will keep it for you, and it'll be represented by a digital kind of placeholder online, so you can keep track of your digital collection. But you can always have it your original book shipped to you at any time. However, the thing is, because they sell so many of these, they are given ratio variants too. So they're like, well, what do we do with all these ratio variants? What they do is they randomly allocate them to people who buy the trades. So I can just roll up and then pay for the cover A of like Ultimate X-Men #1 and think that's what I'm getting. But surprise, surprise, I'm the lucky winner. All of a sudden I get like the 1 of 100 Inhyuk Lee virgin cover, right? And when it's not advertised anywhere on the site. And so that would be a real fun surprise to also kind of maybe make available. I was thinking about that as you were saying that, Osman, because VeVe Comics is basically like a storefront, right? And so
more or less.
Why wouldn't they also have those ratio and incentive dealer / retail variants? Like they should. But how would they do it in a way that wouldn't make everybody mad, but would also make sense, and they wouldn't lose a step on the LCSs? I think that might be a fun alternative. Or like you said, they could do a crafting guaranteed alternative, although it might be kind of a first come first serve, like Stampede, like we saw in the Addiction this Saturday.
Yes.
Able to get one if they wanted to get one. So I don't know, they might have to tweak it a little bit so everybody will remain happy and still you have equal opportunity to get these kind of additional benefits and values.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, Josh, D, Exhibition, did you guys have anything you want to add to the conversation, anything you want to chime in on? So it feels like it's just me and John at the moment.
No, that's fine for me, because John always has like so much to talk about and like stuff I don't know about. So yeah, just keep going.
Yeah, super interesting to hear. Obviously for me, Ultimate X-Men #2 this week was the biggest drop of the week, even bigger than Wolverine. I mean, there are only 600 comments. It's insane, and it is a whole Peach Momoko book, and it is very different than the 616. That's the whole idea behind the Ultimate Universe. But this X-Men comic book is really very different, and I think people who like manga will really enjoy this book. And it is a very it is a bit of a horror book up till now. It's only two characters introduced, which obviously Maystorm from in the #2, and I'm very excited where everything is going. And it's a bit of a slow burn. The whole the setup. She's taking her time for it, and I'm very curious where everything's gonna go. And also, I picked up a lot of them. I spoke to a flipper this evening, and he was selling, and it's like, hey man, I'm gonna DM you, and so I bought in total 68.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so I got 10% of the whole Ultimate X-Men now. So that's my spec book.
Wow, look at us, our timing of talking about this particular book. But it's no surprise that the conversation kind of gravitates back to that, because like you said, I think this, and Mpax is up here, he can speak more to it, but even more than Ultimate X-Men #1, I think Ultimate X-Men #2 is the dark horse. It's the key spec to me because of exactly what he said. Mae Storm has her first full appearance right now. On VeVe, we have her on the cover of the new Champions variant of X-Men #27 on Ultimate Universe #1. She's in a cameo in a preview. She a little bit here and there, but this is her first full in the narrative appearance, having dialogue, being part of the story. This is where you're going to find her. And I think you're going to find a lot of people gravitating specifically back to Ultimate X-Men #2 for the Mae Storm experience. And I think Mae Storm as a character has potential to be the breakaway character of this universe, especially of the Ultimate X-Men universe as we go along. Like he said, it's a slow burn, and there are going to be other X-Men introduced, like Nico Minoru and a couple of other people in 3 and 4 coming up. But the thing is, all those are previously introduced X-Men that are being repurposed for this universe. Mae Storm is not that. Mae Storm is a entirely unique character drawn directly from Peach Momoko's mind and nowhere else. The only inspiration was Mae Storm's inspiration, which is she's a fan of Storms, and her power set is somewhat similar to Storm. So she kind of emulates that as kind of a hero, but that's part of the story. That's not like when you look at Mae Storm, that's obviously not Storm, right? It's a Japanese schoolgirl who idolizes Storm, right? So I think this character we should keep very, very close eyes on. She could be something very, very big, and I have very high hopes for her.
Yo, John Osmond, thanks for the space. It's been a minute. John, what do you think about the hey, what up, D? What do you think about the Blood Hunt, X-Men Blood Hunt comic? I know it's pre-order and there's some Peach Momoko stuff that she's doing for that too.
I think to me, the Blood Hunt, the whole thing to me is a transition narrative, right? It's trying to kind of fill in the blanks in between the end of the Krakoa era and the beginning of this new 3-title launch happening in the 616, right? So Blood Hunt to me is almost like a kind of a side fun thing that's happening that will be more treated as a one-shot or a limited series type of thing. I'm not going to say that it won't have legs that will be revisited in the future, but I don't think it's meant or intended to have the same type of lasting, consistent impact as, say, the Ultimate titles are supposed to have, right? Now that's
so Ultimate X-Men, would you go for not just 1 and 2? Would you want to pick up
the first 10,
at least a copy of the
first
other
10? The reason why I say the first
to have
10,
a run
exactly. The reason I say that Mpax is because and let me say one more thing about Blood Hunt. There are 4 comic books, and I think we shared them before in the past. There are 4 comic books of Blood Hunt in particular, and she does other covers, but I'm talking about these 4 that you need to go get because they are one-shots from the Blood Hunt, and they are all one-shots of the most popular X-Men female characters done vampire style, right? So you got to get it. And 2 are on pre-order right now. One which is Jubilee, and the other is Magic, right? So those are the 2 that you can pre-order right now. The other 2 coming out are Psylocke and shoot, I forgot the 4th one off the top of my head, but it's a 4-pack, right? So those 4, I mean, those are must-gets.
Yeah, I see it on Collect Forever now. They have the Jubilee.
I would grab them.
Available.
I would grab them.
And I'm like, ooh, and I can get the potential variant. It's only $4.50.
So those to me are must-gets because it doesn't even matter what Blood Hunt does. People are going to gravitate back towards those 4 issues, and it's going to be this 4-pack is something a collector's going to need to have, right? It's because if Blade ever takes off, and Blade might take off, they're going to go back and they're going to look at this and go, oh my God, do you remember in 2024 when Peach Momoko took the 4 most popular female X-Men characters and vampired them up. This is crazy, right? And so people aren't ever going to be, they're going to want to slap it and look at it and go, oh my God, look at these 4. And you're going to have all 4, right? So to me, that was very smart.
So if you could pre-order Ultimate X-Men #3 and #4, or pre-order Blood Hunt #1 of Jubilee and of Magic, which ones are you
I
going
would
for?
go Jubilee and Magic.
Like if you could only pick
right,
2.
I would go Jubilee and Magic. But if you had said Ultimate X-Men 1 and 2, I would say X-Men 1 and 2. But you said X-Men 3 and 4. So I would say between the 2, I would pick the 2 Blood Hunts over number 3 and 4. However, unfortunately, I don't have to ask myself that. I'm definitely going to buy all 10 of the first run of Ultimate X-Men. That's the first story arc that's going to create the team, right? And so anytime that you create a team and that team is going to go forward and potentially be like the next giant-sized X-Men kind of thing, like anytime you see the X-Men building a new team, there's a potential of that team going on and becoming a movie or like a best-selling like graphic novel or something, you know? And so you guys are in the beginning of like, you know, it's almost like what Exhibition was saying. This is a slow burn. This is a manga style slow burn. Do you know what other manga have taken their time to build together the team? I'll give you the first one off the top of my head. One Piece. How many episodes did it take for One Piece for Luffy to get his crew together? Like 52 issues, right? But finally you got the crew together, and that crew has been together for like 30, 40 years, right?
Yeah, right.
And so it might be a slow burn, but it's telling you why it's important and why you should care about every single one of the characters that are about to join this team. That's what Peach is like lavishly like slathering on you right now. The fundamentals of something that she hopes like grabs your attention and holds your attention, right? It's not a flash in the pan kind of situation. So out of this, I think what you will get is a feeling of, in this new universe, in this particular geographical and cultural area of this universe, what are mutants doing to survive? What are mutants doing to excel? You know, what are mutants doing to identify themselves versus everything else in that particular universe? And you know, and how does it just survive as a teen, right? Because these are young. Like don't forget, the original X-Men were
That's what I'm
teenagers.
saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's a question: do you think? Well, I mean, obviously, I don't know a hell of a lot about Blood Hunt, but I know it can be quite bloodthirsty, obviously in the name. Do you think we'll ever get Blood Hunt on the VeVe Comics app?
Now these are one shots though, so
Okay.
I think there's a potential. I mean, but you know, VeVe Comics doesn't offer all of the live comics, right? They
No.
kind of like choose, right? So I won't rule it out, but it may be less likely.
Yeah,
that's the way I'll put it.
The only reason I ask that is because I noticed as well in the
Pre-order demand on Collectables and in comic shops will tell a lot.
Yeah, the only reason I was asking is because I noticed on the filter tab here they do have an 18+ button. So could we potentially get 18+ comics in the future? It's like,
oh
ooh.
yeah, I definitely. I mean, I love the 18+ ones we already have. You know, they're fun. You know, and why not complete the runs? The zombies and the X-23 NYX.
Yeah.
We need more of those. You know, I'm all for it. You know, like I think the more you have, the better. And then when you get into manga, you know, there's gotta be an adult section of things. And yeah, if you're KYC, you can only participate or whatever, you know, in certain drops, kind of thing. You know.
So just on the subject of new comics, are we is anyone excited about the 20th Century Fox now? Is announced now they're front running Aliens and Predator and Planet of the Apes, because I do believe I think it's this week. This week we've got Beware of the Planet of the Apes #4 dropping in the lineup for the week. So does that mean that maybe this week we could potentially start getting Planet of the Apes comics?
I mean, I'm definitely not against 20th Century Fox titles like Hidden VeVe. Actually, on my wall, I keep it in my sister's place, there is a Peach Momoko cover of a 20th Century Fox comic. And it's actually really cool. It's a mashup. It's Wolverine versus the Predator, right? And so I love that new comic book.
Is that the first one? The Wolverine?
I I think it's a one shot, right? But yeah, I love that cover, and so I have that slabbed up on my wall. And yeah, I think there are potential combinations here that could really work for fans who are also on VeVe for sure.
I mean, me personally, I do like the Peach Momoko cover of the Alien What If comic we just got.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
That's a very nice cover.
Dope. John, do you Peach Momoko cover they didn't include with the Ultimate X-Men one on the graph paper that shows her design of May Storm?
Yeah.
Like,
so the funny thing about that is I had to go get some physicals that don't like, and I've noticed that, right? You're exactly right, Mpack. Like there's just so many variants sometimes of these launches that VeVe is just not gonna have enough variants to cover all of them, right? Including like virgin versions of the trade versions. They do include same art, right? And so you're right. Like it has been a bit of a labor of love to make sure that I pick them up either on Collect Forever or actually even have to stump on to my LCS, go get some physical copies. But I needed to be a completist and get every single version of everything in some form or another, including on VeVe, of the first 2 issues. And then for 3 to 10, I'm more than happy with the cover A or maybe a variant here or there if it strikes my fancy, but I'm not going to be as rabid about it. But the first 2, no. I had to get everything for sure.
Bro, I won an auction for $2 of the
of the 1 in 25
Ultimate
design
X-Men.
variant?
Yeah, the Ultimate X-Men one though of armor, not of May Storm.
Oh, right.
I was like, what?
Is that
Everyone was asleep. I basically paid more on shipping.
Oh, nice. That's the secret reel we've got on the app on VeVe, yeah? The one with armor?
Yeah, that one sold. I mean, I think it's sold that they both sold out, right? Ultimate X-Men 1 and 2. I think 2 sold out first, and then 1, like everyone degened into 1. I believe that's how it went down that day. Because I was up that night. I just gotten off work. I had like
Me
a crazy
too.
shift.
3 a.m.
Yeah, bro, it was insane. I was like, oh shit, it's comic time.
Yeah, that's one. Oh, and before I forget, we got Mains on up to the stage. Mains, how are you, mate?
Hey, Mainzy.
How we doing?
Hey, we should take this chance because Main's DM me and said, hey, we should all get together and talk comics. I mean, aren't we doing that right now?
Well,
let's make that this.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That's more or less what the space is about. It's about collecting and connecting with other like-minded individuals, and we're doing a pretty good job of that at the moment.
I mean, we are definitely talking comics. We're talking comics all over the place. We're talking comics on VeVe. We're talking comics in Collect Forever. We're talking comics at your local comic book store, anywhere, and keys, like what to look out for, moderns. It's just, the only thing I don't think we've talked about are like the ones you can. I mean, we just had a signature auction on Heritage Auctions that just revealed some of the most gorgeous older comic books I've ever seen in my life. And I definitely could not afford like the millions of dollars like ones that are like Action Comics #1. But I did pick up a couple from Heritage Auctions that I really wanted to get. 2 of them are here already. 1 needs to be delivered. Actually, that X-Men97 I was telling you about, the Jim Lee, I picked it up from Heritage Auctions, believe it or not.
Okay.
It was reasonably priced, I mean, it was still pricey, but it wasn't like super duper pricey. And I knew I could trust the Heritage to give me a nice, clean copy of it, right? So, just do not get intimidated that it happens to be a freaking auction site. Don't think it's like Christie's or something. You have to show up in a tuxedo. Now you can roll up and you can get a comic book for a reasonable price, and it can actually beat the price on eBay. But yeah, so don't be intimidated. Just get into Heritage Auctions, see what they have available, and I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but eBay actually bought Hakes Auctions, which was the rival to Heritage. And so I think you're going to see more and more of these auction houses starting to give you stuff that you would usually see coming out of like private buyers' hands from eBay and such. But now they're going to be kind of a little more curated, and you can feel like a little extra layer of trust. You might have to pay a little tiny bit more in fees, to ensure that. But I would do that in order to make sure I'm actually getting what is being advertised to me. So yeah, I'd absolutely take a look at these auction sites. You may never know what you get. Or you'll know exactly what you get. That's the point.
No, solid advice.
I'm really digging the Jubilee and Magic covers, bro. I think, I think
Aren't
I'm
they
just gonna go.
beautiful? And then I'm gonna find out what the other two are. I know one's Psylocke, but I need to find out what that fourth one is.
Of course, you know that one is
Of
Psylocke.
course.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna find out what that fourth one is, though. I'll be right back.
Yeah, John is the Psylocke fiend.
Yeah. Was his favorite character?
That's his
favorite character of all time. That's his girl. That's his Electra to his fro.
That's like what I would call his kryptonite.
Got it. The fourth one is X-23. So Laura Linney is going to be the fourth vampire.
Oh.
Putting it in the cart. God damn it.
It's like shove and take my money.
I had to ask.
Most popular.
Yeah, it's better. It's better to know. Those will drop on V. Yeah, they will eventually.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to stay tuned and see what the drop list is for the coming week, because I don't think they've released that yet. But I don't think we've actually got a hell of a lot coming this week in the way of VeVe Comics.
And I agree.
I found out the exact name of the title too. X-Men Blood Hunt, Lara Kinney, the Wolverine #1. That's the one with X-23 as a vampire that she does a cover.
Yeah, that's sense to have her on there. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. But yeah, man, I'm agreeing with you on your Wolverine calls. I say it's a Weapon X, a white suit, like the zoot suit kind of thing.
Yeah, patch.
And Logan was your other one. Yep, Logan.
Old Man Logan. And don't forget, they gave you Old Man Logan on VeVe Comics. I mean, not VeVe Comics, but the original VeVe app comics drop already as well. So that can be an indication of what they might gravitate towards for the 3D collectible as well.
That is very, very true, because I actually did a live comic book reading of Old Man Logan on one episode of Relax and Read. If anyone wants to check that out over on the Osmond Collect 63's YouTube channel. Fun fact.
Yeah, he's a really popular derivation. I think he was even popular even before the movie came out, because people were like, what happens? I mean, what can actually kill him, right? And so that was a big question, because his healing factor technically can make him, live forever, right? So, yeah. I mean, he even in X-Men97, he says in front of Jean Grey, hey, I mean, just to let you remind you, I'm 100 years old. You know what I mean? So
it's like I'm looking pretty damn good for 100 years old.
Right. And then right after Jean Grey kissed him. So I guess it's not a problem. But I'm just saying. But yeah, like this was one of the early narratives where it's like, okay, what could actually kill Wolverine? And so that was just a great what if that turned into a miniseries, that turned into a movie. And just so that's a perfect example of you never know where something's going to take you, right? If you like it, there's probably odds that there's going to be a great number of other people that find it very popular as well. And before you know it, it just it turns from a speck into a key. And that's exactly what happens.
Dude fought with Captain America in World War II. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been like all over the shop, hasn't he? Like Wolverine's had like his little fuzzy paws and everything.
He didn't even need to get like stuck in the block of ice. He just kept soldering on through those decades.
That's right.
Yeah, they experimented him. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like in that era, if he was always part of the government, that they would do projects on him. Like he became, the first weapon was Captain America. That's Weapon 1. Weapon X is Roman numeral for Weapon 10.
That's right.
Being Wolverine. So, yeah.
And Deadpool was Weapon 9 or something, isn't he? He's also Weapon something.
Deadpool, yeah, Deadpool. We've got Deadpool. You've got what's it? Sabretooth is in there as well. What else is this? Is it Maverick? Maverick's one.
Is Lady Deathstrike one? I always get confused about that.
I think she is.
Yeah, I think she may be.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like you could like. There's like the full list too out there, but I feel like even Omega Red might be on that list.
Actually, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Omega Red might be on that list.
And of course, X-23, the 23rd.
Yeah, the 23rd, man. Talk about like, and then Logan's still around during that time. That's nuts, bro. He lives hundreds of years.
Yeah, so this,
and it was like always him in the future with Cable and Bishop. You'd still have a Wolverine around, hella old, like all like with different.
the Insanity Impacts was the Hickman run on House of X, Powers of X, which is on VeVe. You can read that at the end of time. At the very end of time, Wolverine's still there. He's helping out like the 13 billionth generation of mutants. Like try to take him down one more time. Take down Nimrod or whatever it is. It's insane.
That's why him and Deadpool are just perfect for this next, reset of MCU as we know it. They're just gonna fuck it all up.
No, yeah,
they're
it's
the
gonna be
only
great.
one.
Yeah, I am secretly hoping that we get a trailer either this month or somewhere early next month for the new movie, because it is coming up fast. But
I mean, we're getting Hulk 181 is my prediction.
I would love to see
the time the movie comes. So
that'd be great.
We're getting that book too. Not just 4 more Wolverine.
Yeah, but sorry, Mahalo Joe's got his hand up. So Mahalo Joe, thanks for dropping up the stage, mate. How are you?
Hey, I just came in to speculate real quick. Working at the moment, but X-23 for a Wolverine drop. Sorry for the background noise, but yeah, X-23 in the lineup.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like X-23 would be a good one to see on VeVe with the Wolverine lineup.
I mean, is that a Wolverine? She's her own. She's his daughter. She's like, I know she was raised in a laboratory, probably connected to Mr. Sinister somehow. But, damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. All right, guys, just to give you guys a bit of fair warning, I've got to start wrapping up the space soon because it is coming up to 10:30 at night here in the UK and is getting rather late. But I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken the time out of your busy day to come and chill in the space with us. Big thank you to Jahn and Mpack, Mains, Exhibition, D, Josh, Collectables Gone Digital for chilling in the space with us, mate. This has been a great conversation. Like we've had all sorts of different topics this time around. We've had a bit about film, bit about gaming, and tons about comics and Wolverine this time around. It's been great. It's been a really, really good conversation. And I just love seeing everybody like they come together and like I say all the time, like collect and connect with other like-minded individuals.
Oh man, I do want to keep the conversation flowing, but you're right. We've got to shut it down. I just want to give people one more heads up of something that they might want to collect into. If you do like X-23 and you do like Nyx #1 that is on VeVe, they are relaunching the Nyx line. So remember when I said there are going to be 3, and one of them is obviously X-Men, which is Ryan Stegman's thing. You know him on VeVe from all the Venom titles and everything. One of the 3 is Nyx, NYX, right? And so X-23 is going to be part of that team. So if you like that, there's going to be a line just for you in the new reboot.
Ooh, so stay tuned. No, nice one. Well, thanks there, John. But I like to open the floor up to I always like to open up the floor in the last couple of minutes just before we start closing things down to anyone who's been listening in the background who might want to come up and say hi, or just looking for a bit of confidence to speak in the space for the first time, or just to share a little bit about your collecting journey, about what you're into. By all means, that offer is always on the table, and if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to do so. But if you want to just chill in the background and listen, that's totally cool as well. Like I say all the time, I just appreciate you spending a bit of time out of your busy day to come and to come and chill with us. And I just want to say a particular special shout out to I see chilling in the background there with the new profile picture. I should might say. I was trying to be in disguise here with the penguin. A big shout out to Davo. Davo recently did a whole heap of NFTs for us to celebrate WebV WebV Wednesday's 1 year anniversary. And you may have been seeing him pop up on X from time to time. But yeah, he's the artist behind those that work, and it's truly amazing. Everyone loves it. Everyone's very, very happy with the artwork, and he did that just out of the kindness of his own heart. Really, he's just because he enjoys the space and wants to give back to the community. So big shout out to you, mate, and thank you very much for that. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do.
Oh, so you're halfway to a year with the weekend.
Getting there.
Is what,
Getting there.
26.
Yes, sir.
That's
getting
awesome.
there.
Congrats.
So yeah, we'll have to do a 1 year special event when we get to this one as well. Because like I always say, I'll keep holding these spaces for as long as everyone keeps coming back. And so far we're doing all right.
I mean, now that we lost my collectibles from the self-run, and he's got to be more official line VeVe, we're gonna turn more and more to folks like Osmond Collects and Dean and Nano to give us the good stuff, man, for the community. So I do appreciate you, always interacting with us and hearing about what gets.
Don't pressure them, bro. Don't pressure them too hard, man. That's a big shoes to fill. My collectibles.
Now let's get the one thing perfectly clear here. There's only one my collectibles, but there's plenty. But there's plenty of us that can try. We can definitely try.
I say a lot of you listeners, please step up, come up. Don't be afraid to bring your opinion and your comic nerdiness to the table and just have fun. We need more people to come up as speakers because, that's a big voice that is a void to fill. We need everyone to fill
Absolutely.
it.
I mean, that was actually one of the inspirations for actually creating these spaces and the VeVe Collective itself. Actually, for those who aren't familiar with the VeVe Collective, that's what these spaces are basically brought to you by our collecting group. And the idea behind that was basically to create a space where we could all come together and interact and talk about our love of collecting and nerdiness and fandom, whether that be X-Men, Avengers, Batman, Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever you're into. Because you might struggle with that, out there in the real world with people who don't understand about this crazy technology of online collecting or NFTs or whatever you're into. And that's basically where these spaces came from. And I myself never dreamed in 100 million years I'd be sitting here in front of a microphone, talking to everybody from all over the world. So yeah, I totally agree with what Mpack said. If you're ever thinking about doing something, and it seems like a crazy idea, say do it. Say don't think about it, just do it. Or at the very least, just start getting the ball rolling. Just take those first steps, because even baby steps still get you somewhere.
Dude, you've got a year plus with this space.
Exactly, a year.
In many of these, because I've been job hunting and doing a lot of family stuff behind the scenes. So Tuesdays we do our snap, and I've been missing the last 2 weeks. So one now too, because that's an option if I can't make it to Wednesday. So just thanks and shout out to you for keeping it going, bro. Because I know it's not easy to keep it going because I host a weekly space myself, and it's that life comes at you. You can't plan life,
mate. Tell me about
I won't take.
Tell me about it. Life at the moment is crazy. Trying to juggle life commitments, family commitments, my commitments to this space as well. It's been a very delicate balancing act that sometimes gets me into a lot of trouble with the missus. But like I keep saying, I love this community. I love doing this. This is the highlight of my week. That's the whole reason why I created two different separate shows. Is that because obviously for some people who might find the Wednesday show inconvenient, you should be able to make the weekend the weekend show or vice versa. Just trying to cater for everybody and just trying to give everybody that opportunity to try and get into the space and interact with as many people as possible, because we have so many talented people in this community. And it's it's fantastic. I love it. So yeah, guys, on that note, though, I better start wrapping things up because otherwise I'll start getting angry text messages from the wife saying I'm being too loud and she's trying to sleep. So far, my phone is looking pretty clear. So, yeah. So, like I said, if anybody doesn't have anything else they'd like to say before I start closing down, go for it.
I mean, I'll just share this one super quick one, and I didn't put it up on top because
Yeah,
we're about to
go for it.
I put it in the purple comment box in the bottom right. I just shared something that Ryan Stegman shared 2 months ago when he was coming out of MegaCon. He had done this, and Ryan Stegman again is like the lead artist for the new X-Men title coming out, right? And he had done Venom on VeVe, so that's his curricula vitae. Ryan Stegman is definitely a solid artist, right? You guys should know. He was just at MegaCon and he drew freaking that dude from Demon Slayer. And I'm like, that is so left field. But my sister, who is a huge anime fan, that's her favorite anime. So I bought this original sketch from him. And then later on, he wrote out my sister's names, though this is for you and everything on there. It was very nice. I got it framed up and I presented it to her for her birthday, which had passed between then and now. And so she's got this thing hanging on her wall. We had no idea at the time that we were doing all this interaction, all this stuff with the man who would now basically be at the reins of the 616 X-Men. So you never know how things come around. You always should collect what you love. And sometimes things just work out. And it's just like, wow, we got original art from Ryan Stegman on the wall now. And it's of something he probably will never do again. Because, I mean, he's probably going to be asked to do X-Men for the rest of his life now, at cons. But there you go. I just thought I wanted to share that. If you haven't seen that art that he shared on Twitter, that's the art that I bought from him.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it now. Like,
Cool.
and you're saying he drew this freehand.
Yes, he was like literally on the feed chatting, and he was like multitasking at the time. And that's how talented the man is. He went straight to pen. He went boop, 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 and that came out. And I'm like, what? And he goes, oh, we need some birds on this. And then he just,
how did he do it?
And he went, boop, 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 and the birds came out of nowhere in like 30 seconds. I'm like, wow, you are so talented.
That's it.
So there you go.
He went
no AI.
He went pew pew pew. Hashtag.
Yeah, my daughter would love that. I gotta show her because she loves Demon Slayer and Nezuko and Tanjiro. I think that's the character that he drew.
Oh yeah, Tanjiro. That's the name of the guy, right? And the one in the checkerboard jacket, right? So again, I don't watch it like my sister does, but my sister was she couldn't believe it. She was like, oh, and because she's an artist as well, right? And so she's like, oh, and she could obviously tell when something's original art. She was very touched, and so I'm so happy that Ryan Stegman decided out of the blue just out of nowhere, just was like, yeah, I've been watching the show lately called Demon Slayer. Here, let me draw one character from it. And he went, boop, 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 and out came this thing. And I'm like, yes, please.
He's just like, God damn. It's like ka-ching.
And the funny thing is, it was all comic book fans on this feed. So and it was on auction. So no one outbid me. It was. I got it for a reasonable price because no one knew who this character was, right? And I'm like, I know who this character is. Like, thank you very much. And so I got a reasonable deal for it as well. So, but again, it was probably a one-off. It'll never happen again. But I just wanted to share that, especially in your space, because it's all about collecting. And this is one of those things that just kind of came together where two entirely different spheres of collecting kind of came together in one mashup in kind of like a beautiful way. So there you go.
Yeah, this is great. No, thank you very much for sharing that. And that's another thing that's good about these spaces as well. Like, we can share these different things about these different fandoms that we might not know anything about. Like me personally, I might get shot for saying this. I've never actually watched Demon Slayer or had much exposure to like the newer manga. I mean, like I've watched manga in the past. I mean, like, I come from the era of like, Ghost in the Shell, Neon Genesis, Evangelion, Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D, Wicked City, all that sort of like older school stuff. But there's new stuff like Demon Slayer, Bleach, and all that sort of stuff. I just haven't been able to invest the time into because it's like a gazillion episodes. But I mean, like hearing it all, from you guys, like I feel like I don't need to watch it because I'm listening to it from you guys, and it's great. It's fantastic.
And we don't have time to do this, but I'll do it after this show's over. I'm gonna hit an at you, and I'm gonna share with you. So that I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna take a picture. And it's a picture of two things. One which is an art germ variant of Vampire Hunter D. There was an actual comic book he did.
Oh, no.
And Archerm did it. So as you know, Archerm did The Addiction, number one.
That's true.
He had a whole bunch of covers on VeVe Comics now. He did Vampire Hunter D as well. So I'll take a picture of that. And the second one is I have the original, I think, first 8 miniseries from Dark Horse Comics of Ghost in the Shell. So I have all those, and I'll take a picture of that and I'll share that as well.
Oh, mate, that'd be sick, man. Thank you so much. And we just got Emoji up to the stage to speak, and then I gotta start wrapping up the space. But Emoji, say thanks for dropping up, mate.
Hey, what's up? What's up? I enjoyed the space, enjoyed the conversation. I just heard manga, and that kind of what drew me up. Yeah, man, you should definitely check. Like, there's a lot of new stuff going on right now. That's doing really, really well. One that I just finished up on lately is it's not from a manga, it's from a manhwa, so it's Korean.
Okay.
But there's an anime for it called Solo Leveling, and right now it's only in season 1, but it's absolutely amazing. I would highly recommend checking that out, and it's an easy onboarding one too. So like, if you haven't really watched recent anime or anything like that, it's only 1 season so far, so I would suggest that.
Yeah, I have watched everything up to date on that. I fully agree with Emoji. It is awesome. It's a little bloody. It's a little violent, but
it is. It's very bloody.
Awesome.
I can do violent. Violent is cool.
No, awesome. But that was it. But appreciate y'all. Thanks for the space.
Yeah, no, thank you, Emoji. And like I said before, thank you very much for the shout out that you did in that video you put together. That was like really cool.
Oh, anytime. Oh, actually, you know what? While I'm here, real quick, I actually want to also shout out Collectors Gone Digital. I really appreciate the fact that you'll do content like while gaming, because I'm a huge gamer myself. So I think that's really dope. I've been watching like a lot of your videos actually, but yes, I never actually got to have a conversation with you, so I wanted to tell you that.
Hey man, we'll hop up in another web D space. We'll have to chat again.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Sounds good.
That's what I was about to say. You'll just have to come back. No.
For sure.
No, excellent. All right, guys. On that note, I gotta start wrapping up the space. Yeah, like I said, Josh, say D, is there anything you want to leave us with before I start wrapping things up? Sorry, you guys have been awfully quiet there in the background. Even Exhibition, if there's anything you want to say before we start wrapping up, mate, but go for it.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone. It was a really good space. Love to talk about all the comics, of course. So thank you.
No worries, mate. Thank you. Thank you for coming up and speaking. And I'm so glad that you're enjoying the space and enjoying the content.
Yeah, thanks for having the space, Oz, and Josh. Appreciate everybody coming up to talk and all the people hanging out to listen.
Yeah, I don't want you to get in trouble, but I'll keep it short. I appreciate the space and everyone speaking. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
That's it. All right, guys. I'll start closing things out now as I do. So first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's spoken in the space today or tonight, this evening, wherever you might be in the world. Big shout out to Collectors Gone Digital for helping me co-host. Big thank you to D. Big thank you Exhibition, John. Big thank you to Sleeping for coming up and speaking as well. Emoji and anyone else. Rob as well. Thanks for coming up and speaking, mate. Much appreciated. And yeah, big thank you to everybody who's been listening in the background. Who's been listening from the start of the episode all the way up to now. I appreciate you guys, every single one of you, because like I said before, it's what you guys are the ones that make this space what it is. And as long as everyone keeps coming back and listening, we'll keep hosting these spaces for as long as I can. And also again,
and I posted up the comic books on the bottom right for you, just a visual look at it on the way out, Osmond.
Nice. There you go. Oh, look I'm actually looking at them right now. Oh wow, they are really good. Woo, damn. Awesome. No, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it, mate. So yeah, just on that note as well, I want to say a big thank you to a big shout out to the VeVe Collective as well, which is the collectors group that I'm actually the president of, and like I said, it's these spaces, YouTube channel, like we do our VeVe lives from time to time as well. That's what all this is basically the start of. And like I said, it's just a collectors group of us that all wanted to come together to create a space where we could all collect and connect and share in the love of collecting, whether that be physical, digital, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and all different types of fandom. Yeah, losing my words. All different types of fandom. And also we also cover like different fandoms as well, like like manga, anime, all that sort of stuff as well. There's always nice little juicy bits of the mix. And yeah, if anyone's ever interested and wants to get to know a bit more about the VeVe Collective and wants to get involved with that, we've got a group chat, we've got a Discord as well. Send us a DM and we'll get you involved with it as well. Like I said, you may have seen on X, Davo was nice enough to recently do an NFT collection for us, just to celebrate the 1 year of VeVe Wednesdays with over on the X Spaces there. And there could possibly be more NFTs coming in the future, maybe even for members for members of the VeVe Collective. Who knows? So stay tuned for that. But let me rattle off my list of our members and their individual projects. So I always like to give everyone their shout outs in the space. So we have the Real Uncommon Podcast with Hinano and D. We have My Collectables, K Collections, Evolved, Collector's Gone Digital. Collector's Gone Digital. So if you haven't checked out any of his live streaming with his gaming streamings or all the video and content that he has on his channel, definitely go check it out. Big shout out to Double Quill as well and Chris Severs with their blog articles for Go Collecting on Medium. Always very entertaining reads. Big shout out to VeVe Arcade, who does his show every Sunday with his co-host, The Biggest Bro, aka The Rugger. Big shout out to Dr. Strange with All Things Strange with his Stack and Slack videos. Big shout out to Shawnee Poo as well with Shawnee Poo Tube. He's been a little quiet lately. He was getting back in the game with on YouTube. Big shout out to Informant BE who covers the drop videos for the VeVe drops, and he was also the winner of the X-Men Ultimate X-Men comic that John was nice enough to give away on our last stream. Big shout out as well to Mr. Falcon as well, who does all his web building in the space. He also did this awesome news segment as well with Hoggle. I found that very, very entertaining. So big shout out to you, Mr. Falcon, for that one. Very, very cool. Big shout out to Olga MKC with her MetaKitties project on OpenSea. Big shout out to Miss Gecko Gex with helping host the Reset with Dave and also host all different other spaces as well out there in the X space. Big shout out to Casual as well, who does all the AI art and occasionally hosts the karaoke space here and there, which I do need to jump into myself from time to time to do like a bit of karaoke. And also just another positive voice in the space and just helps to promote others. And of course, last but certainly not least, your host, Mr. Osmond Collect 63, who does a relax and read every Friday. And this coming one, I've actually got a special guest collaboration in the works. So stay tuned for that one. So I'm going to have a guest reader, and we'll be going over a certain comic, but I won't say yet because we'll keep it a surprise. And also as well, just a little thing as well. Relax and Read is also going to be getting a fresh coat of paint. We're going to actually look at doing a rebranding soon. So stay tuned for that one because it is just about ready. I've got myself a awesome logo, which I'm gonna give Davo another shout out for that one because it is absolutely amazing. And I'm really looking forward to sharing that with the rest of the community when it's ready to go. So on that note, guys, I'm going to say again, thank you very much for taking the time to listen. Thank you very much to all our speakers we've had this evening. Big shout out again to Josh, Collector's Gone Digital, for helping me co-host. This has been VeVe Weekends episode 26. I have been your host, Osmond Collect 63. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk more soon. And also, if you are just jumping in now, fear not. The replay will be available on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. So yeah, on that note, guys, take care. Have a good one. We'll talk more soon.
Peace.